Kaspa, it is. I don't know where you live at, but it is absolutely hammering down rain on the East Coast here. I guess we're supposed to get hit pretty hard here with a few inches the next couple days, but you might hear it in the background here and there. It is absolutely coming down. I have a stream running out in my backyard there. It's, I don't know, pretty decent sized stream, but hoping we don't have a flood here. That they're calling in all kinds of flood warnings out there, but anyway, let's move on here with this chart. All right, we had this breakout yesterday. Looks like we're having hopefully a retest here. Okay, we came up, we couldn't crack through that, 11, 5, 6, 7 area here. This range through here, we came up and tapped it, and we got rejected off of it. All right, we're bouncing back down. We're looking for support here, right around where we at now, 10.9. Right around that 10.9 area right here. Okay, we're looking to hold that hopefully. On the hourly, we are reset here as far as the RSI goes. You can see we're getting a bounce here on there. You can see the 1 hour is reset on the RSI here. Okay, there's some other stuff I got to show you guys here with the chart here in a second. Got some pretty neat stuff to go over with you here. Here's the crypto bubbles for the day. As soon as they update here in 2 seconds, there we go. All right, not a lot going on here really. Hex moving a little bit, H&T, BSV. Other than that, the top 100, not a lot going on. Let's take a look at the top 200. Top 200, EHEX. I like looking at these. I like the top 1,000. There, yeah. See, here we go. What's this? Plus 468% one day. Walton chain. That's type of. Look at this. 7x in a week. Wow. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I like this stuff out there because look at these market caps. $6 million. If you're looking to take a chance on something, guys, I mean, this thing is 7 cents. It's done a 7x this week. Maybe go check it out. $6 million market cap is extremely low. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know. I've heard of Walton Chain, so I don't know a whole lot about it, but 7x, I mean, I don't know. We'll do a 7x next week. Probably not, all right, in all reality. So just be careful with stuff like that. Here's the coin glass here. Open interest at 37 billion. 24-hour liquidations, 135 million. 24-hour volume, 123 billion. That's for the whole crypto market, okay? Yeah, you can see we're still in the grade, believe it or not. That's kind of crazy, but we still are. Now, if we go over to the block explorer here, I got some cool stuff to show you guys over here. All right, 138 petahash, number one. Okay, 1.2 transactions a second. The same old stuff there, really. But they have a link over here. If you click it, Kaspalytics. All right, check some of these stats out. I was just looking at these a little while ago. Now, real quick, back over here in Block Explorer, I do want to show you this because in the top addresses, we've had a few whales come in this week. All right, down here. Well, you can probably hear that rain in the background. I apologize. It is just hammering. Coming down pretty good. But look at this. Last 24 hours, we got one humpback. Last 7 days, we've gotten 3 humpbacks and 5 whales. In the last 30 days, I'm sorry. In the last 7 days, we've gotten 1 new whale and 1 humpback. So now we have 11 humpbacks and 230 whales. But the last 30 days, tell me somebody's not expecting a move. All right, the last 7 days, you get people come in and buy this much worth of Kaspa. All right, you're looking, these are pluses. There's no negatives anywhere with these whales, humpbacks. Of course, we did have one Aquaman for a while. Lost that a few months ago. But these are pluses the last 7 days, all right? So just like me, I believe a bottom's coming in here, especially with that weekly RSI reset. Now check this out. Addresses by USD balance. $100 million. We got 1. I apologize, my Discord up there in the bottom. $10 million $10 million addresses, we got 14. Addresses holding at least $1 million, 278. Addresses holding 100,000 plus, 3,461. And then addresses holding $10,000 plus in Kaspa, 19,000. That's a lot. That is quite a bit. You know, holding that much. What was the wallet count? 347,000 wallets holding at least one Kaspa. All right, so I thought them were pretty cool analytics over here. I like how they break it down by $100 million one. I'm sure that's, I would imagine that is Kaspa themselves. You know what I mean? If you go through, let me see. You can click on this, and the address, one address, it goes back, this address, on November 17th, you had one address that held 100 million plus, and that's when the price went up to 13 cents. All right, so, and if you haul it over here, we had that minor dip down there. Well, you can probably hear that now, guys. Wow, I apologize. It is when we had that dip down to 11 cents, that went away, and then it came back, that 100 million. So must be bouncing right between that 90 and 100 million mark there. Because when it, like I said, when it took that dip down to 11 cents there, lost it, but then got it back there. So 100 million bucks, that's pretty impressive. And they got all kinds of pretty cool stuff over here. Really cool stuff. HODL waves. This tells you how long people have been holding. You know, it goes through 2 to 3 years ago. Not till you get the whole way over here, though. It doesn't hit the 2-year mark. Right about, where was it? Right about there. Right beginning of November. That's when it started. 0.17%. But if you come over here the whole way over to the end, you know, 2 to 3 years, 2 years, you know, this thing I believe is just a little over 2 years old. 2.2%, 1 to 2 year holdings, 13%. 6 months to 1 year, 18% holdings. 3 months to 6 months, 15%. 1 month to 3 months goes 22.66%. So they have some pretty cool stuff, really neat stuff over here. The hash rate, of course. This thing, like I said, I remember when it was back in these 20s, the low. Look at this back here on August 28th. The petahash is in the blue. It's 16.93, and look how this thing has just climbed steadily, just straight up as price came up. You know, 108. That's when we finally broke that 100 mark. Right at December 8th, it hit 102. Yeah, 101 there on December 9th. Yeah, it's just been going up ever since, so that's pretty awesome to see. That petahash, I can't believe it has risen that fast. That is absolutely crazy. August 27th, it was at 14.7, and on January the 9th, it's at 141.4. Pretty crazy. Then you go through all kinds of stuff on here. They got all kinds of stuff on here. I love it. You know, you pull these up. They got the distribution table, exchange holdings, circulating supply, of course, exchange holdings. You know, you come over here. The blue is the exchange holdings. You know, 2 billion, 2.2. Then it goes up to 2.6 billion. You know, then there's a big, huge dip there, right when the price went down to 10 cents. 10, 11 cents there, that went down to 1.8 billion. That was the lowest drop we've seen in it. 1.8 billion. You know, so but yeah, some pretty neat stuff. You want to check it out, kaspalytics.com. Go over there and you can check all this stuff out. I thought it was pretty cool to show, especially on the video here. But whales, you know, last 7 days we got some whales stocking up, so that's pretty awesome to see. That's what we definitely want to see out there. Let's go back here to these charts. We got Bitcoin. No news yet with the ETF, of course. And I'm going to show you guys a couple things here. Number one, Bitcoin dominance. That thing just keeps going. It's up another 1% today. Look at this thing. Let's go out on a daily. I'm hoping we get a double top here on this thing. You know, look at this. Marching right up there, you know, hoping this thing comes up, hits this top here, and we get a double top. I'm sure if that ETF gets approved, this thing's probably just going to blast right through there and keep going, which I'm hoping the ETF does get approved. Don't get me wrong. That I am hoping. But I'd like to see that Bitcoin dominance come down. Got that daily RSI right at the top at 100 and 100. All right, so it's right up there. But got that weekly reset. And the monthly just flipped bearish at a 90 and a 91. Of course, got that weekly reset there, so that could have a run here with that Bitcoin dominance. But especially watch that 55.28 area, 55.3. You know, right around that area, 55.3. You know, see if we get a double top or not in there. Really curious. Bitcoin's down $290 today. Nothing major at all, approaching that 618 area here. All right, you can see 48 is this one we have right on dot here. This should be 69,000. I want this exactly 6900, and this low was at 15,632. So we have exactly 15,632. Okay, and we want to lock that. All right, so we know exactly 48,613 is the 618. 48,613. So remember that, guys. We'll see what happens up through here. Very, very curious. I really set an alarm right on that thing. I'm pretty positive we're gonna at least come up and hit that, and we'll see what happens after that. All right, let's take a look at Kaspa here. Well, what's the Dow Jones doing? It's down 191 bucks. Nothing major. Waiting for that retest here on this thing. Yeah, you can see it broke the daily support. Really waiting for it to back test that all-time high. You know, if you come back through here, that all-time high was right over here. Waiting for that thing to come back down and back test it. It hasn't yet, you know. That this yellow line right there is the previous all-time high. The daily is right at the bottom, reset here. So looks like the Dow Jones could be making another run again. That's good. That keeps crypto going. That DXY 102.5 keeps climbing up here. The daily is just flipped to bearish on this thing, but look how low it is down here on the regular RSI. It's only at a 50. So I believe this thing is probably going to make a run. The daily's reset, and I believe the monthly, yeah, the weekly and the monthly are both reset for the DXY, so that thing could be getting a pretty decent run here. This a W? Yeah, almost looks like a W formation, doesn't it? Which is always a bullish formation, a W. Whenever you see a W, you know, I'm not 100% sure that's what this is, but sure looking like one, don't it? It usually always comes up to at least the beginning of that W right there, so could end up having a heck of a run here for the DXY. We'll wait and find out. Now let's take a look at Kaspa here, because there's a couple things, especially on the daily. All right, I'm going to show you this on this RSI. Let's open this chart up. You can see a wedge forming. Look at this wedge forming on the daily. This thing wedging up. This is on the RSI, the regular RSI here. Now, of course, we got 1, 2, 3 touches on the top, 1, 2, 3 touches on the bottom. It's valid, 100% valid. We're at a 47. I'm waiting for this thing 100% to break up. All right, that's my opinion. That's not financial advice. I just 100% believe a bottom came in here. You got whales buying the last 7 days. You know, we've added 2 whales, one humpback and one regular whale. You don't have people throwing money around like that don't have good advice or that aren't good at charting. Okay, so I'm absolutely looking for this thing to break up. All right, we got that. The 1 hour is reset and at the bottom here. All right, you can see we're coming right down to that, what was that at? 10.9. Hoping to get that bounce there. It's almost looking like it's going to break through it almost, you know. More these support and resistances, the more times you hit them, the weaker they get. You know, if it's either coming up and hitting them, you know, to bust through them, or coming down and testing them as support, the more times you hit them, the weaker they get. So if we lose this, you know, it could be coming back down to 10.5 here. But I 100% believe that bottom's come in down here, you know, at 10 cents or whatever it is down there. 100% I believe that. All right, that 4 hour has flipped over bearish, a 66 and an 82. The 8 hour, 85 and an 84. It's still bullish, but it's hooking over bearish here. 12 hours still bullish, 74 and a 57. And of course the daily, 43 and a 42. It's still bullish, but boy oh boy, look at that thing. What a mess. Just all over the place, really. And of course the weekly, beautiful 16.17 and 16.11 right down at the bottom and reset there. All right, so we're just waiting for a move out of this thing. That big break, you know, that 11.5, 6, 11.7, you know, right up through here, this area, it needs to take that out. That's going to be the first sign of a move up. Okay, there's a bunch of candles all through here, especially on a daily, closing candles, you know, anywhere from 11.5 to 11.7. I would say if it finally breaks through that 11.7 area, we have a valid breakout here. So keep an eye on that, guys. I expect this area down here, you know, around that 10.5 to hold as support if it comes back down there. I don't think it's going to, but it could. It absolutely could, especially with the 4 and the 8 up there. But waiting for a bounce out of here. Let's go. Let's get this thing going. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Please hit the like and subscribe. There's a link for MEXC in the description of the video if you're interested in going over there. I love hitting that up every day and placing some long and shorts. I don't mess around with big money, but I like to mess around with some smaller amounts over there. But if you're interested, there's a link in the description. Thanks a lot. Have a great day, everybody.